Hey Eagles, Mr. Gibbs here. Just wanted to reach out to you and make a video to help you out with the schedule. You may have some confusion. I know a lot of students this week had confusion with the schedule along with some other technology related things like getting on a PowerSchool or Schoology. I think we've done a decent job of working through those things over the last couple days. So hopefully you're all set with PowerSchool, getting on Schoology, but there's still some confusion about the schedule. So what I've done is I have taken the schedule and broken it down by grade level and by whether or not you have a block of math and language arts in the morning or the afternoon. So you'll see one single schedule for that, and just making videos here for them to help you out with that. Hopefully that helps you out. Hopefully that helps your parents out. That way when we begin with schedules tomorrow on Thursday, August 27th, you'll be all set and be ready to go. And then you'll really be ready to go when we begin with new content, new instruction, and we start the year off next Monday, August 31st. So what I'm going to do at this time, this message is for 7th graders who have their afternoon language arts and math blocks. So again, if you are not a 7th grader who has their language arts math block in the afternoon, you'll want to check out the other video, one of the other ones, whether it's the 8th grade, both those, or the other 7th grade one for the morning. So again, 7th graders who have their afternoon language arts and math block, you are in the right place. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to walk through this together. Hopefully this will help you out. All right, so what I have done is I have created a new schedule for you. It's not new in terms of time or anything. You can still use the old schedule, that's fine. But this is just a schedule for students who have, like I said earlier, your afternoon language arts and math blocks. So you can see that up here. For 7th graders, afternoon language arts and math block. I'm going to walk through this using a student schedule who has an afternoon language arts and math block. I'm going to walk through this period by period for you, day by day, and hopefully this will help you out. So you can pause this, rewind this, watch as many times as you want so that you're ready to go. Hopefully by tomorrow, if not anything, by next Monday the 31st, when we begin with new instruction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and forth between the tabs. I have a student here, a sample student who is, as you can see, has in the afternoon here with Mrs. Batson and Mrs. Shack. They have 4C and 5A, 5B and 6A that afternoon. So that means basically after lunch, language arts and math block. So we're going to work off of that schedule and go back and forth. So a couple things I want to clarify for you. Don't feel badly if you don't understand this. This is new for all of our 7th graders, new for all of our 8th graders as well. So what I did is I put in here, you'll notice the difference between the schedules that you've looked at previously and this schedule is that I put the word live in here for any period that you're going to have live instruction. So what we mean by live instruction is that's a time when your teacher is going to be on live. They expect you to log in for a regular class period. So we're taking attendance during that time. I want to make sure you're there. Make sure you're there on time. Like we said in our remote learning expectations, want to make sure you're there early. That's why we have built-in time for you. So you have before 8:30 in the morning, you get ready for your day, and then between these classes, you'll notice you have 15 minutes between each of those to get ready, get the materials you need for the next class, and make sure you're there on time. So anywhere you see live, you need to be there. If you see SAT, that's our student assistance time. So if you follow my arrow here, you're going to see, we talked about this during our meeting on Monday, excuse me, but just to clarify, excuse me, pardon me, just to clarify that a little bit for you, that is a time that your teacher is either going to reach out to you and ask you to come in during that time and log on for maybe individual time, a small group time, or to show you something as a class, as a small group, as an individual, might have you take a assessment during that time, something of that nature. So that is not going to happen all the time. So this is not a required time that you are in class unless your teacher is asking you to be there. They'll let you know in advance. Could be for this person, hey, I need you to log on to my 7th period class tomorrow at 12:30 during SAT time. I'm sorry, at 1:20 for your 4 and 5A class, then you're going to log on for SAT time, and I have something to go over with you. It's also a great time for you to reach out to teachers if you need help. So your teachers are going to post an assignment to your Schoology every single day. You can see that on the assignment planning board, the AP board, or you can see that in Schoology. So they're going to post that every single day. So using this example here, even though you don't have live instruction for your language arts and math classes here in the afternoon, you're still going to have an assignment for that class. Honestly, I don't know what that's going to look like. It's going to be dependent on the teacher. It's going to be dependent on what you did the previous day during live instruction. It could be for language arts reading something. It could be watching watching a lesson that a teacher has recorded, or it could be working on some problems in math. Okay, whatever it is, you're going to have an assignment that day. We want to make sure you use your time wisely. Make sure that you are working on it during that time. So with that said, if you are having trouble with something, say in your math class during 4C5A, and this is a time that you know your teacher's going to be there and be ready for you, I would reach out to that teacher and I would say, log in. They're going to be there. They're going to be live. They're going to be waiting for you, and they'll let you in the waiting room into the class and can help you out. So take advantage of that situation anywhere where you see that SAT time. Okay, that could be on Monday and Thursday for certain classes, Tuesday and Friday, and then for all your classes on Wednesday. All right, so with that said, hopefully you understand that by now. If you don't, maybe watch this video again. If you still don't, feel free to contact me. Any of your teachers, we're happy to help you out and explain that. Okay, so we're going to use our student here as an example. We're going to walk through the schedule. So you can see that this student has Mr. Kashke for art, has social studies, and has phys ed in the morning for first, second, and third period here. All right, so if we go back to our schedule, that means that on Monday and Thursday, this student is going to have live instruction in those periods, art, social studies, and phys ed during these periods. You'll see these periods are 45 minutes, and you have a 15-minute block of time. So after those 3 periods, and honestly, they may not last the entire time. That's not the expectation. When you attend class live in person, the teacher's not necessarily standing up there talking the whole time. All right, this might be a video that you watch, it might be work that you work on. Teacher might be on there asking you questions, having a discussion about something they had you watch to lead up to this time. Could be a number of different things, but it is going to be live. You're going to log on, and we're going to take attendance for that period. That leads you up to lunch. You'll notice on any schedule, 11:15 to 11:45 is the lunch time. So you'll be in lunch for that time. There's 15 minutes after lunch from 11:45 to 12 o'clock built in. So you really have a 45-minute lunch. So after lunch, you can get you ready for the afternoon. Take a stretch break, whatever you need to do to get ready. We want you to make sure that you're ready for the afternoon. So then you're going to go into Stride. You'll notice as well that Stride always follows lunch. Okay, Stride is not always going to be live, but on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, it will be. So we expect you to log in. Your teachers on Monday and Thursday are going to have CNN 10, which is a current events program for you. They may just show that for the day. If you have any questions, they might have a discussion with you, but if not, you just might move on and get ready for your next period. On Tuesdays at Facet here, we have what's called Teaching Tuesdays. That's where we work on our character traits of respect, responsibility, and readiness. So we'll have a lesson for you prepared on that day. We have a theme that we're going to announce for this year here come Friday, and so that'll be an extension of that. On Friday, you'll have a follow-up lesson to that Teaching Tuesday lesson. So whatever we talk about that week on Tuesday during Teaching Tuesday, we'll follow up and have an extension activity during that time. Very short period of time, only 20 minutes, okay? And then on Wednesday, that'll be a time where you can go into that period if you want to. I wouldn't anticipate, more than likely, because it's not an actual instructional period, that you're going to have a lot of time that you spend in Stride on Wednesdays, but your teacher will be there available if you do need to stop in. All right, then you're going to move on. So in this case, this student here has 7th period. Look over here on the schedule, has 7th period. You can see here with Mrs. Davis for science. So they're going to report to Mrs. Davis's class during that SAT time if they need help or if Mrs. Davis, I'm sorry, that's a live period. So they are going to report to that live during that time. So sorry for the confusion there. Mrs. Davis, they'll be in her class for that period. Okay. Now, taking a step back, just want to show you something 7th graders are. 8th graders know this, but you'll notice that your 8th period down here, your stride, so the example for this student is Mr. Klinsky, that comes at the end of your school day. Well, that's in a normal situation when you're in-person learning. You'll end the day every single day with stride. The reason that we put that right after lunch is because we wanted to make sure that we fit in these morning hours before lunch. Make sure we had plenty of time for the blocks in the afternoon for both 7th and 8th graders of language arts and math. And we thought it would be a good transition coming off of lunch to have that 20-minute period of time that is really not new content. It's not anything you're going to have a big assignment for, anything you need to prepare for. You just show up to that before we move on. So hopefully you understand Monday and Thursday at this point. We'll move on to Tuesday and Friday. And what you're basically going to do there is everything is flip-flopping. So if you had a class that was live on Monday and Thursday, it's not going to be live on Tuesday and Friday. It's going to be these SAT periods. So if you notice and you look here, these periods here, first through third period here on Monday and Thursday, they become the SAT periods over here on Tuesday and Friday. All right, so you had live on Monday and Thursday for those. You have SAT time for those on Tuesday and Thursday. The afternoon classes, so this would be this student's language arts and math block, they come over and they have those live now on Tuesday and Friday. So you just flip-flop so that you have live lessons in every single class 2 days per week, and we offer the SAT time for you 2 days per week as well. All right, actually it would be 3 days because Wednesday are your SAT times for all your classes. So just giving you an example here, this student here, our example, they're going to have their language arts and math block in the afternoon, which they had live on Mondays and Thursdays. On Tuesday and Friday, they'll have that SAT time there where their teacher might ask them to come in, or if they need help in language arts or math, they could pop in, wait in the waiting room to be let into the class, and then work with the teacher on whatever it is they are struggling with. All right, so moving on to Wednesday, all students, no matter grade, 7th or 8th grade, or whether your language arts and math block is in the afternoon or in the morning, your entire day that day on Wednesday is all SAT periods, okay? So if you want to get on, let's say, that on Tuesday, you had a live lesson, teacher had you do some work after it, you just didn't understand it, you were struggling with it, you're going to want to pop in and use that time to your advantage to get some extra help before you move on to the next day with live instruction and fall behind. So we want to make sure we had time for you to do that. Lunch stays the same. Stride time is right after lunch again. You don't have to go in during that time, but if the teacher asks you to, you do need to show up. Attendance will be taken if the teacher asks you to. And then again, if you need help with something, please make sure you take advantage of that as well. So again, just to kind of reinforce morning routine time, we talked about this, whether it's a Wednesday or the other days of the week. We'd like you to review those expectations, get to know these down here. It's on every single schedule. Eat a good breakfast, prepare for the day. Make sure you're getting a good habit already of checking your email. Do that in the morning. Make sure you check the daily Schoology post. Assignments can change from time to time, based on how things go during live instruction. So make sure you check those and you're ready for those. Okay, so that takes care of your schedule. If you're a 7th grader in your afternoon language arts and math block takes place there in the afternoon. I hope this helped you out. I hope you helped to understand the schedule a little bit more. By this time, if you're watching this video, you found it via YouTube, and you already checked your email from me this evening when you got it. So you should have received this schedule. I think it'd be a great idea once you've listened to this to print this schedule out, look at it, watch this video again. And again, if you have any questions after you've done that, make sure you take advantage of having us as resources. Email me and your teachers. We'll help you out. We want to make sure that you're ready to go tomorrow and Friday, but especially next Monday, August 31st, when you begin new instruction. All right, so with that said, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. I'm going to get back to full video screen. And again, this is Mr. Gibbs. I'm signing off for the evening. Hope this helped. And if you have any questions, feel free to follow up, send me an email, or get in touch with any of your teachers. All right. Have a good night.